People ask the wrong question about Jack the Ripper. They ask, who was he? But the better question is this: why was he never caught? In 1888, the world watched in fear, not because one person was dangerous, but because an entire system failed to stop him. This is not the story of a monster. This is the story of a city that could not protect its people. Victorian London was the largest city on Earth. Millions of people crowded into narrow streets. Factories darkened the sky. Poverty and wealth lived side by side, separated by a few streets. The district of Whitechapel was one of the poorest areas in the city. Overcrowded housing, unemployment, minimal lighting at night, police patrols stretched thin. This was not a place built for safety. It was a place where people could disappear without notice. A series of killings shocked London. The victims were marginalized people, often ignored by society. The violence itself was not what terrified the public most. It was the fact that the killer vanished each time. There were no cameras, no forensic databases, no fingerprint system, no centralized criminal records. The police were not incompetent. They were simply unprepared for a modern serial offender. Newspapers turned fear into entertainment. Every headline made the killer feel larger than life. Sensational names were printed. Anonymous letters were published without verification. The public consumed fear daily. Rumors spread faster than facts. False suspects were accused. Innocent people were harassed. The killer became a myth before the investigation could become science. The police faced impossible conditions. No modern forensic science, no DNA, no fingerprints, no coordinated communication, poor street lighting, massive population density. Witness descriptions were unreliable. People feared retaliation. Language barriers prevented communication, and prejudice blinded investigations. The system was designed for small crimes, not for tracking a serial offender in a massive city. After the case went cold, something changed. Police forces across the world began modernizing. Criminal profiling slowly emerged. Forensic science developed. Record-keeping improved. The tragedy forced change, not because the killer was extraordinary, but because the system realized it was unprepared. The real lesson of Jack the Ripper is not about evil. It is about vulnerability. We remember the name, but we forget the environment that made the crimes possible. Jack the Ripper was not unstoppable. The system around him was incomplete. And when systems fail, mysteries are born. This is Hidden Verse Lab, signing out.